This is a problem that a lot of women have but do not say out loud, which is thinking they have a problem with fat loss and a problem around food, knowing exactly what you should be doing, as in you know what meals you should be having, but then you still go and have the croissants or the cookies at work that day, and you end up in this real shameful spiral. It's not about the cookies or the digestive biscuits or the dessert or the snacks at work. A lot of the time it's not actually a knowledge problem. Stress, restriction, being emotionally depleted, especially when we're going through big heavy things which we're all going through day to day in life, and what we can often do is put more pressure, more stress onto ourselves, which makes everything a lot worse. So I honestly think compassion is a big place that we can start, especially when you're going through it, when life is lifing, giving yourself that bit of compassion, just saying, this is my life right now, pretend you are your best friend. Here are some actionable things that you can start implementing from today. So the first one is your environment. So this matters so much, especially around food, especially when you've got kids, busy schedules, and you've got other people's food everywhere. And that's where it's not just about willpower. So preparing ahead of time, prepping your meals either the night before or having preppable things around those foods. I'm not saying, you can't be around the snacky bits, but if you've got your protein yogurt, your breakfast already in the fridge, like just think about the likelihood you're not going to be, as likely to go for the other options. Restriction backfires. So if you're having a 250 calorie breakfast, like that's not going to keep you that full. Or say if you're like, right, I'm going to be good today, have super low calorie breakfast, lunch, like maybe you've eaten, but it's not of much caloric density, no doubt you're going to be hungry that night. And imagine how long can you actually keep up a super low calorie diet? Like by day 3 or day 4, you're going to be feeling it, which is why we do the realistic, a smaller calorie deficit, so that we can actually keep it up. We can keep up our training sessions. I promise you, going for a more realistic approach rather than trying to undereat is it's going to get you totally out of that cycle for one, which is why tracking your macros, like having your macros set for your goals, is the most powerful thing, and to stop that pendulum swing going backwards and forwards. Third one is shame. So shame is what makes the next episode, should we say, more likely, especially if you get into the binge episodes, because you're giving more power to it. You're feeling so much guilt and shame around it. So that is what we want to reduce. Like if you've had a bad day around food, just think, today's not been a good day, tomorrow is always a new day. And it's just like, right, how can I learn from today? How did I feel after I ate this thing that didn't agree with me? I ended up uncomfortable, and just reframing it that way, but giving yourself that compassion, that we're just human at the end of the day. Fourth one is you just need the systems, not this self-hatred. That's what we need to get into our heads. We need the systems. So that is the meal structure. There's a reason why we've got our 5 meals in the meal guide, and they're protein focused. Like that's actually going to keep you full up. You're going to take away all that thought, thinking mind around like, what am I having next to eat? And it gets rid of that sort of cycle of thinking like, right, I'm not going to eat until lunchtime. And with eating more regular, your energy is going to be better, your digestion is going to get better.